Thriving from the Start is a network of young professionals, like me, who are on a mission to create a culture of positive mental health within the workplace.
As young professionals starting out our careers, we know that we'll be faced with more uncertainties in our modern workplace than any previous generation.
We want to know what skills, attitudes and behaviours we need to respond to challenges, changes and opportunities as we move through our careers.
The Thriving from the Start network recently ran a webinar on career adaptability.
We learned that career adaptability can be developed and strengthened by practicing each of the 4 domains:
Planning, curiosity, control and confidence. So we thought, why not ask some senior leaders of CMHAA member organisations how they practice each of these domains.
Over the course of your career, how have you practiced planning and how has it helped you thrive at work?
Planning's a really interesting part, I think, of the 4 C's of career adaptability. Planning is one where I've just looked, I guess, more in a long-term perspective. Where do I want to be over the next, say, 2 to 5 years, rather than thinking about where do I want to be in the next 6 to 12 months. It's really important to think about that, and also to be looking at opportunities in your organisation that can get you there. I think planning is an area where you can get quite hung up on it though, so I would just really encourage, and I've taken the view that to be a bit more kind of long-term and patient in my approach in terms of where do I want to go.
Planning's crucial just in terms of having an idea of where it is that you'd like to end up in your career, but perhaps the single most important part of the planning process is then sharing it with other people. Building your network so that those people around you who can help you to achieve your career goals know exactly what it is that you're trying to get done.
Look, I think it's really important for everyone to know that you don't have to have a complete plan for your life. And I think when I sit down and tell some of the younger lawyers who ask me, how did you get to where you are? I think they are surprised at how little I have planned my career. What I will say though, and this is a conversation I actually had just the other day with some of our young up-and-coming female talent, is take ownership. Don't let somebody else plan your career. So things won't always happen in the way that you want them to happen, but they certainly won't happen if you just let somebody else do it for you. So don't feel like you have to have a plan for your entire career. Be flexible about that. But do think about the things that you want, and if you do want something, tell someone. Otherwise, you wait for people to make assumptions about you.
Probably more importantly for me, particularly as I've, built my career, is a really clear understanding of my purpose. You know, what do I stand for? Why do I do the things that I do? And that's helped me become a better planner of my career, because I do the things now that I really love to do.
I think it's really important to understand that our careers are not always linear. So you're not always going to go next step, next step, next step. Sometimes it's next step, next step, side step, side step, side step. So, and don't be disheartened by that, because I think everywhere you work, whether you go up or you go sideways for a little bit of time, or you sit perhaps a little bit flat in terms of your own goals, you are learning at that time. And I actually think that's the opportunity you have to be really curious. Like, what is it that why am I not moving up? Or actually, is there something else that could help me move up? So I think that's where I would think that curiosity also becomes an important part of your career planning, is not just planning, but also being curious about what other avenues have I got.